All right, hey, it's January 27th, Monday, down here at Lake of the Ozarks. We're going to start doing a weekly fishing report down here, kind of keep you guys up to speed what's going on down here. So right now, as everybody knows, the water's pretty dirty. The most of the lake. The lower lake is in pretty good shape. Oh, probably 2 foot visibility as you get into like the lower Gravois, mouth of Gravois area, probably the cleanest water. And then from there down to the dam, you probably got 2 foot visibility. The creeks down there, the big creeks, are a little clearer than main lake. It's kind of the same all the way up the lake right now. The creeks are a little clearer than the main lake because you got a lot of dirty water coming down from, say, the Nianguas, which got really dirty. The Glaze got real dirty. And a lot of that water is just kind of filtering down through the Osage, keeping it dirty. Water temperature probably anywhere from 36 degrees, say upriver, in the backs of creeks, to I don't know, maybe 40 at the warmest down around the dam. In that area. That's not going to change a whole lot. We're probably going to dip a little bit lower temperature wise, but for the most part in the winter, we're going to run from 36 to, I don't know, 40 if we're lucky. We've got some warm days coming up, some bright sunny days. That's going to keep it up, in the upper 30s anyways. As far as the water clarity, if we don't get a lot more rain, a lot of these big, 3-4 inch rains, it should clear off here pretty quick and straighten up as far as water color. It's wintertime, so what we've been using to catch fish, a couple things. Your choices are pretty narrow this time of year. The number one thing has been this crocodile swamp bug. Has really been producing for us with the dirtier water. Something on the bottom has been working better, than say stick baits. Stick baits, if you're going to throw them, obviously you're going to be down in that little bit clear water. This is just a green pumpkin candy on a 1/4 ounce head, thrown in on a 10-pound test. Obviously your stick baits, also been catching a lot of fish on these stick baits. This is a Lucky Craft. Not a lot of people throwing Lucky Crafts anymore. Everyone's kind of throwing the Mega Bass, which obviously is working, but these Lucky Crafts, we all know these are kind of indestructible. You can hit them off of docks, off rocks and stuff. You're not going to break the bills. I don't know. I have real good luck with them. This is that, Arkansas shad, or Table Rock shad. Got the chartreuse, purple back, little pointer 78. It's going to catch a lot of crappie too. Probably catching more crappie on this than bass right now. But that's, we're throwing that. And also throwing little finesse jigs, like this little Crocodile 3/8 ounce zapper with a little ring crawl on the back of it. Just keep it simple right now. Keep your colors simple. Just this Ozark crawl, brown, black, green, maybe a little variation. If the water starts clearing up a little bit, add a little color in it. Other than that, with this dirty water, just keep it simple. Keep, just natural colors. That's for bass. The bass, depth wise, we're catching them anywhere from 5 foot to 12 foot of water. Steeper banks, sometimes where them steeper banks kind of fade out a little bit. They've been kind of moving back and forth. They are a little hard to find right now, but when you do find them, they're all bunched up. We actually, Denise got to fish a tournament yesterday. I was working. She went out and, she put together a pretty good plan, followed it, and it worked for her. After a tournament, obviously we talked quite a bit. She caught them all on swamp bug. So threw the jig a little bit, didn't have any luck on the jig. Threw a stick bait, didn't have anything on that. Everything was on swamp bug yesterday. She said she was about midway back in creeks, fishing anywhere from the bank out to about 8 foot of water. Kind of a rock, softball size, steeper banks. So at least that's what she told me. You know, I'm assuming she's telling me the truth. But you know, we had went out Saturday and pre-fished a little bit, caught a couple fish, kind of doing the same thing. You know, I know some a lot of guys went down and grabbed oysters through stick baits, and they caught them too. So it's kind of you know, whatever you want to do, just slow down and really pay attention when you do get a bite, because that's going to be your key to just stop, slow down, and whatever you were doing, just do that again. And if you catch one fish, a good fish, say 2 3/4, 3 pounds or bigger, you know, that's telling you what you need to do. If you catch these little 10, 12, 13 inches, I don't put a lot of weight in that. So, you know, that's the bass. You know, if the wind's blowing, obviously throw a stick bait a little more. You're not going to feel your jig and bottom bait. Throw them on little windy points, windy banks. If you know where some brush is, over top of that brush, you know, same deal in the wintertime. Not a whole lot's changed. Crappie's been good still. Like I said, I've been catching a lot on the stick bait, on that little pointer 78, jerking it over top of brush, or even little windy banks, you know. Throwing a lot of just the Bobby Garland blue ice is always real good. And even with the dirtier water, I got a little color here I've been throwing lately. See if I can find it here. My crappie stuff's nowhere near as organized as my bass stuff. Here, this little it's a black and chartreuse. Here, it's called Lights Out, and it's what it is. It's just a black with a chartreuse belly on it, and that's been working real well. More vertically, just vertically over top of them, and then also been just swimming it, throwing it out, let it sink down. Obviously, I've got the Garmin's, I've got the live scope, so it kind of really helps trigger, let me know what color to be throwing. I can throw a blue ice down there and the fish don't react. I can watch it and I change up and throw this Lights Out chartreuse, and some days they'll react to it. It also shows you, you know, speed wise. You know, you can watch your jig down there around your crappie and vertically jig it or real slow and they don't react, but you start speeding it up and they react to it. So, you know, that's a real good thing about live scope and being able to watch what your bait's doing and how the fish are reacting to it. So, you know, there's nothing else out there like it. It's incredible. You know, that's really about it. The only other thing I'll point out for crappie that has still been successful is I've been taking, you know, a bobber and setting it, I don't know, say 4 foot depth, and getting that, just throwing it around brush, shallow brush. You see I got it all tangled up here, so there we go. So, you know, you just got a bobber and about, I don't know, 4 foot of line, and then your little jig here. This is a little monkey milk jig, and you just throw it out there and just let it sit, let the waves kind of bounce it, and just barely reel that thing by some brush. And that's been really productive. So that's a little further back in creeks. Been doing that. So, you know, I don't know. That's really all I can tell you right now. We'll try to keep you updated on what's going on here each week. We plan to do this weekly to keep everybody up to speed. So like I said, the water level right now is 657.5, so that's 2.5 foot low. 3 weeks ago, it was 660. So they've really dropped that water here lately. The fish haven't been moving, but when they start dropping that water like that and pulling it, that tends to start drawing them out the channel banks, and it should really bunch them up. So within the next 2-3 weeks, I expect them to get even more bunched up and maybe more relating to more, you know, steeper banks. So other than that, I hope it helps. Till next time, next week. The other thing is, don't forget these life jackets. Wear these life jackets. I don't care if you're launching your boat, pulling your boat out, walking down there. Anytime you're around the water this time of year, that water temp's too cold. You think you can swim to the bank, you won't be able to. Wear that life jacket. So till next week, We'll see you and good luck.